The 1992 year gets underway tonight in high school hockey as Cretin Derham Hall travels over to Golden Valley to take on the Breck Mustangs next on Northwest Community Television. Northwest Community Television Sports presents high school hockey action. Tonight, a non-conference matchup as from the St. Paul City Conference, the Cretin Derham Hall Raiders travel over to Golden Valley to take on from the Tri-Metro Gold, the Breck Mustangs. Hi, I'm Don Westfall, and I'll be bringing you tonight's play-by-play action between these two teams, set to improve upon last season's record and get off to a good start here in the year of 1992. First of all, as we key our top players for both teams tonight, we'll start off. We have a couple of 11s for you tonight. Number 11 for Cretin Derham Hall, Mike Sweeney. He is the leading assist man and leading point getter for the Raiders this year. He has 4 goals and 8 assists to go along. Add those up, you get 12 points. Sweeney, the top assist man, as I said, and he sets up a lot of things for the Cretin Derham Hall Raiders. On the other side, number 11 for the Breck Mustangs, Ula Bildson, a foreign exchange student. Bildson coming across, he is the top goal getter on the year for the Mustangs, has 5 goals to go along with 4 assists, 9 points. Both teams tonight feature very, very balanced scoring, and indeed should make for a very interesting and enjoyable hockey game. Stay with us, and after the break, we'll come back with the opening face-off in period number 1.
Hi, I'm John Jacobson, and here's part of what we'll have for you on this week's Northwest Edition Sports. Highlights from Brooklyn Center's Boys Basketball Tournament Championship in Crosby. And the Armstrong Falcons take home top honors in the Hamlin Boys Tourney in St. Paul. Plus the story of a local wrestling family, which this week will pit father against son. Join me for these stories and more on Northwest Edition at the top of the hour on Channel 35.
Don Westfall back here getting set for the opening face-off between the Raiders of Cretin Derham Hall and the Breck Mustangs. While we have time, we'll give you the starting goaltenders for tonight. First for the Raiders of Cretin Derham Hall, they will start in goal. Number 1, he's a senior, transfer from Rosemount, Josh Sadek. If that name looks familiar, Josh Sadek's older brother, Brett, was a quarterback for the Gophers a few years ago, and then also his father, a longtime head coach for the Rosemount Irish, the head football team. There you see goaltender tonight, Colin Brown, senior for the Breck Mustangs. So 2 seniors in goal tonight, looking to anchor a strong defense. And some good goaltending tonight here as we get underway with the opening faceoff. Draw 1 by the Raiders and played into the zone. Back in behind the net, tied up back in the netting of the goal, so we'll have an early stoppage of play. There's 14 seconds gone in the opening period, and a face-off in the circle to the left of Brown. Cretin Derham Hall coming into a record of 5-4 on the season. 5-2 the record for the Breck Mustangs. That shot goes wide. Sent up along the boards, held in at the point, and picked up and sent down the ice by Chad Albert. That will bring an icing call, so a couple of quick stoppages of play. We'll bring the face-off back into the Breck zone. For the face-off this time in the circle to the right of Brown. Cretin Derham Hall opened up the season with a 7-0 win over Columbia Heights. Then lost 5-1 to Blake, very familiar to the Breck Mustangs in the Tri-Metro Conference. Right now, Cretin Derham Hall riding a 2-game winning streak, wins over Rochester Mayo and St. Thomas Academy. Sadek on the season, if you're interested. He is 2-0 on the season and has only given up 1 goal, so his goals against average very impressive. He gets a big opportunity right there to give his team gave him an early chance for a lead, but Brown comes up with the save. Ryan Walther there. And the play, you'll see it here on the replay right there, looking to slam one in on the rebound, but Brown with the save. Another face-off here in the Breck zone. Doloff in there for Breck to take the face-off, along with John Berthume for Cretin. Berthume, the leading goal scorer for the Raiders on this season. He has 6 goals along with 3 assists for 9 points. Both players get tossed out of the circle. Walther steps in along with the Zavitz, one of the tri-captains. Early chance here again for the Raiders. They break into the zone. That shot hit traffic out in front. No one picking up control of the puck. Finally knocked aside and picked up. Spelt sends it up ice for the Mustangs, sent it right back into the zone. Sabo back after it, plays it along the boards. Picked up now by Berthume. Puck hits open ice, and here's a chance now for Breck, breaking down. Sabo is trying to play one into the slot. That hit into the Raider defenseman. Another chance out in front. Shot that is saved by Sadik. And now a 2-on-1 break for the Raiders. Long shot. Big rebound given up out in the slot. Kicked aside as that hits traffic out in front. And Zavitz. Breck coming back now. Back to center ice. Sabo with it. He's ridden out on the play. Ridden out there by Kevin Stepka. Into the zone comes Peterson. Knocked off the puck. Picked up around the back of the net by St. Martin. Out in front now. Stepka at center ice over the blue line. Trying to get around the defenseman. Tries to work to his forehand. Played back to the point now. Wieland with a shot. Sent into the corner. Stepka after it. He's tied up on the play. Sent around the boards now by Peterson. Out in front of the Breck bench. There's fight for it. Finally comes back to the point. Shot blocked there by the defense. Out in front. Ooh, big scoring opportunity there, but Tony Molina unable to catch up to the puck. Brought back out of the zone. Sent in on the delayed offside. That's nullified as the Raiders clear the zone. Breck sends it in the zone, and they go off on a 5-man change. Held into the zone nicely there. John Norris doing the job, number 7. He collides there with Fabian Brandstrom, one of his teammates. And the puck picked up by Cretin Derham Hall. Shot up and off the board. That clears the zone. Brought back in by Sabo now. Held in at the point, and Sabo will have to go after it once again. Nice lead pass up ahead. Here's a break now. Bilson, his first shot of the game. Brandstrom. The players down. Bilson out in the slot looking for the puck, unable to take a feed from anyone. Held in the zone by Norris. Temporarily, finally comes out. Zavitz with it up ahead for Bilson, trying to knock it further into the zone. He fans on that attempt. Draws with it. Up for Bilson now at the red line. Fired into the zone, but right back out by Cretin. Chance now for Bilson. Breaks in looking for someone to feed it to. Sadik right there. He falls down on the puck. And the whistle blows for a stoppage of play. 10:54 left to go in the opening period. Both goalies have been tested here early on. There you see the puck right there. Sadik sprawled down on the ice. Falls on top of the puck. Trapped it underneath his right leg for the faceoff. There you see Wally Chapman in his first year as the head coach here of the Breck Mustangs. Has been with the Breck program for 3 years, and of course Wally familiar to Minnesota hockey fans. Former star Addie Dyna, and also a star with the University of Minnesota Golden Gophers. 2-on-1 break. Nice job defensively. Zavitz goes down, sprawled on the ice to block that pass. Nice job breaking up that 2-on-1. Zavitz there with the hit for Breck. Cretin brings it into the zone. Walther has the puck taken off his stick out in front. There's a shot. Skips over to the other side. Long pass up ahead trying to hit Doloff. That pass fails to connect. Fired in the zone. Late offside nullified as Abbots clears the zone for Breck. Here's a chance now. Shot taken, score! Matt Draws taking the puck on top of the slot. All alone walks in and fires the wrist shot. Right in the slot for the early goal. See it there on the replay and gets past apparently they're going to say the officials, it hasn't been put up on the board yet, and I think they're going to say that the puck hit the side of the net and in fact did not go in. You see the discussion going on with Wally Chapman right now. Two-man officiating crew here tonight, and right there you see one of the deficits because of that. No linesman. We'll take another look at it here on our replay. There you see the shot. Right away the Breck players indicating a goal. But none will be given. It's kind of a tough call early on here going against Breck. Looked like they had the early go-ahead goal, but it is nullified. As officials make the call that the puck did not go in. In fact, it just caught in the side of the net. So we're still scoreless here. Chance for Breck. Stepka in on score! Kevin Stepka comes in as the Breck defenseman gets stuck at the Raider blue line. Stepka gets behind the defense, comes in, and what a turnaround here. As there you see the end of the shot. Stepka with the goal. We'll see if there's any assist on the play. Time of the goal will be 5:05, but a tough break there for Breck.
Kevin Stepka. Assist number 17, Dan Hernandez. Time of the goal, 5:05 for the first period.
Hernandez getting the single assist on the play. Goal by Stepka. For Stepka, that's his first goal of the season. He now has 3 points, had a couple assists before. But when it looked like Breck had scored, that goal taken away, and just seconds later, Cretin Derham Hall comes down and makes it 1-0. That shot hit traffic out front. Out in front, the puck cleared away by the defense in the slot. Still out there. Finally, Breck able to break out on the play. Puck fired in the zone. Sweeney with it, out in the slot. Held in by Breck. Stepka, nice pass up ahead. Into the zone, here's a chance now again, score! Sweeney all alone covering up on the play as two of the defensemen for Breck converged on the player coming in. Right there you see the play, Moline gets spun around, and then he just left the puck there in the slot. No one picked it up for Breck, and all of a sudden, Sweeney comes across to make it 2-0 very quickly.
Goal by number 11, Mike Sweeney. Assist number 12, Tony Moline. Time of the goal, 6:14 of the first period. Derham Hall goal by number 11, Sweeney. Assist number 12, Moline.
Moline getting the single assist. Time of the goal, 6:14. Sweeney with the goal, his 5th of the year, team leading 13th point. And very quickly here, a tough break for Breck, and then a defensive lapse in the zone as two players converge on a single Cretin Derham Hall player, and all of a sudden it's 2-0 in favor of the Raiders. Back in behind the net. Out in front once again, this time picked up by Bjorkstrom. Borgstrom sends it out to center ice. And that will be an offside call against Breck, as Peterson was into the zone. 7:46 left to go in the first period. Boy, that is how quickly this game of hockey can turn around when it looked like Breck had jumped out to a quick 1-0 advantage, only to see the goal taken away, and then 2 quick goals by the Raiders, and all of a sudden the Mustangs find themselves down early by a couple of goals here halfway through the first period. You mentioned the fact that the the Raiders come in with a 2-game winning streak. Last time out for Breck, they won also up north they played Superior. They won that game 3-2. Another break here for the Raiders. Matt Hockman there trying to bring it over to the right hand on the stick, and that time he changed the puck and tried to cross over with the stick. He lost control. But Breck beating Superior 3-2 the night before at Fort Francis. That's a Canadian school. The Mustangs lost 6-4. The game before that, another Northern school, the Broncos of International Falls. That was a 4-3 loss for Breck. Other than that, Breck had opened up the season with 4 straight wins, Downing Wilmer, Farmington, and Minnehaha. Those last 2, Farmington, Minnehaha, are conference games, and then the Hunters of Duluth, Denfield. So Breck coming in 2-0 in the conference. They lead the Gold, Tri-Metro Gold right now, and 5-2 overall. Penalty here coming up against Breck. Cretin trying to control the puck to get an extra attacker on the ice, which they have done. But the pass there going a little bit too long. The Mustangs unable to control play. Finally carried into the zone on an offside. The play will be stopped.
What number? 40.
Penalty going against Fabian Brandstrom, checking from behind the call. Time of the penalty will be 8 minutes and 19 seconds.
Number 40, Fabian Brandstrom, 2 minutes, checking from behind. Time of the penalty, 8:19, the first period. Breck, number 40, 2 minutes, checking from behind.
Well, Brandstrom is off. First power play opportunity for either team in the game. Goes to the Raiders. And the goal here would look just huge, 3-0. It's about halfway through the period. Raiders into the zone. With the puck is run in, plays it back across the slot, out in front. And Brown there to make the save, as a couple of Raiders looking for the rebound, Walther and also John Bethune. See the shot right on there, just a centering shot, looking for some type of tip or rebound, and the Raiders almost picking it up. Breck, of course, last year went all the way to the semifinals of the section before being ousted by Jefferson, but Mustangs lost a lot of players through graduation. You know, that's one of the problems. Well, Breck, that's just not a problem for this year's team, but annually a problem that the Mustangs face is a problem with numbers. They play only 3 lines, and we'll have to see if that has any bearing later on in the game, of course. And also Breck down by a couple goals here early. Tends to take a lot out of a team if they have to come back from an early deficit. Raiders put on a rush here with 1:09 left to go in the power play. Knocked away and down the ice by Matt Draws. And Sadek has to play it once again. Raiders with a rush once again. Perfume brings it into the zone. Played back to the point. St. Martin spins it around across the ice. Just LeClaire there with it. St. Martin, now Sweeney with the shot. That hits traffic. Out in front it comes. Trying to get a stick on it with Schwab, but he was knocked off the play. LeClaire with it once again. It's back from behind the net. 29 seconds left to go in the power play advantage. On top of the slot. LeClaire now with it, brings it in on the wing. That shot goes up high and gloved there by Colin Brown. He holds on for the save and a stoppage of play. Nice play there by Brown to get some fresh defenders on the ice. See the high shot all the way through all that traffic. And Chris Schwab there looking for the rebound, but he was tied up nicely on the play. 18 seconds left to go in the power play for Cretin Derham Hall.
Come on, Breck.
Just about 5 minutes left to go in the first period. Just under it now at 4:55. Schwab with it, gets around one defender, brings it into the slot. Going down to block it was Rob Zappitz. He just stays down with the puck trapped under him for another stoppage of play. And with that, that brings us to the end of the Cretin Derham Hall power play.
They got a tape of that shot down there on that disputed goal. Have they got on video? I got a feeling that was it. I got a feeling that was it.
You heard that discussion right there. I believe we picked it up. That was between the official score here at the ice arena and one of the officials. And that's not the best of plays when you hear an official downing the call of another to say he thought that goal was in. Checking to see, of course, if we have it here on a replay, which we probably do, but I don't think that the State High School League would permit something like that to take place. And that indeed goal back around the 4-minute mark. The parent goal by Breck has played a large part in this game. Mustangs thought they had scored, and immediately after the goal was taken away, Cretin Derham Hall scores on the goal by Stepka, and then Sweeney fouled that one up about a minute later, and all of a sudden it's 2-0. And the hometown fans here at Breck do look a bit discouraged. Billson in the zone. He's knocked off the puck. Broadston now with it in the corner, feeds Billson once again out in front. No one there for the Mustangs. No trip called on the play. Play continues at the blue line, knocked out of the zone by Whelan, tied up there, and here come the Mustangs. Billson with it, feeds it up ahead now. Norris in the zone, across the ice. Brandstrom with it out in front. Oh, just wide. Sadek went down, but he had the net blocked very well on the play. Really, Brandstrom didn't have much to shoot at. He would have had to get the puck up and over Sadek to make the play, and Brandstrom unable to do that. 3.5 minutes left to go here in the first period. Breck really starting to pick things up now, especially on the forward check. Yelm trying to tie things up in the corner. Raiders come away with the puck. Stepka leads it off there for LeClaire. LeClaire into the zone, trying to feed it out front. But Stepka was tied up on the play. Stepka back after it in the corner now with Bjorkstrom. And up ahead now for the Mustangs. Billson with it. Excuse me, there making the play, Marcus Doloff. Doloff in the corner, trying to tie things up with Moline. Backhanded attempt is fanned. Another attempt out in front. Oh, tied things up. Another shot. That's kicked out by Sadek off the stick of Doloff. Sadek making a couple of big saves. This will be an icing call, but Mustangs have indeed picked up the intensity here, much to the delight of the hometown fans. All kinds of action out front here. There you see a couple of fans on the play. Then Doloff will come through right in the slot. Sadek didn't get much of it, but he got enough of it to knock it into the corner. Face off here in the Raiders zone. Matt Draw steps in there along with Stepka. Draw finally won by the Mustangs. Played to the top of the slot. Shot taken. That goes wide. Sent in there by Draws. Out in front once again. Played back to the point. And just past Paul Draws. He has to come out and the Mustangs clear the zone. Breck into the zone. Players tie things up. Knocked into the zone now by Peterson. Sweeney back after it, plays it behind the net. Out in front it comes, shot taken, that hits the defense, score!
33 from 6 and 12.
All kinds of action out front. You finally knew it had to pay off. As there you see the goal sent in.
Correct goal by number 33, Patrick Kavanaugh. Assist, number 6, Dan Peterson. Number 12, Matt Draws. Time of the goal, 13:04 of the first period. Correct goal by number 33, Kavanaugh. Assist, number 6, Peterson. And number 12, Draws.
So Kavanaugh from Peterson and Draws, 13:04 time of the goal. And you just knew with all that pressure that Breck was putting on, sooner or later was going to have to pay off. And through a mad scramble out front, Kavanaugh able to get stick in the slot with Sadek down on the play. Josh Sadek just didn't have much of a chance to make the save, and Kavanaugh fires it into the open net for the first goal of the game for Breck, and they close that deficit now. Still down 2-1. Builds it into the zone, gets around the defender out in front. Trying to hit a breaking John Norris. Nice play, but Norris tied up from behind by the defense. Stoppage of play here is, looks like we'll have an offside call. Perhaps a penalty. We'll have to wait and see here. No, just a face-off. The offside. 1:10 left to go in a very, very entertaining first period of play. Raiders of Cretin Derham Hall on top right now by a score of 2-1, but Breck has picked up the intensity. It's already paid off with one goal, and you can bet Wally Chapman and the Mustangs would like to see one more get in there before the end of the period. Shot in, and that's kicked out by Brown. There's down in the zone, finally picked up by the Mustangs. Break out here now. Kavanaugh with it. He's checked there by Sweeney and knocked off the puck. Raiders pick it up, and they bring it into the zone. Puck will be picked up by Draws. Draws ties up with the defenseman. Long pass up ahead for Kavanaugh. Trying to break into the zone, but Sweeney there once again to nullify that play. Schwab back after it. Down to 20 seconds left to go in the first period. Again, the corner finally brought out by Norris. Out in front it comes, and it's picked up by the Raiders. 7 seconds left to go in the period. That shot will hit traffic, go up high in the air, out in front. Oh, just hit the side of the net. Dangerous opportunity there with just a couple seconds left to go in the period.
Goal, first period. Breck 7.
Players exchange pleasantries, and that will bring us to the end of the first period. Kevin Stepka opened up scoring at 5:05 with the goal. Hernandez on the assist. Moline then assisted Mike Sweeney on the goal for Cretin to make it 2-0 at 6:14. But Kavanaugh comes back for the Breck Mustangs on an assist from Dan Peterson, and Matt Draws at 13:04. And that brings us to the end of the first period with the score you see there on the screen. After 15 minutes of play, it's Cretin Derham Hall on top by a score of 2-1. Stay with us, and after the break, we'll come back with action in the second period.
I'm Joyce Arney.
And I'm John Jacobson.
Coming up on Northwest Edition for Thursday, January 2nd, Crystal officials are ordered to hold off proposed changes in the police department. And after 44 years of service, Osceola's Richard Setzler looks toward retirement.
In sports, the story of a local wrestling family, which this week will match father against son.
Those stories and more on the next Northwest Edition.
Don Westfall back here with the second period. Cretin Derham Hall on top right now by a score of 2-1. Shots through one period of play. Shots on net are even at 7 apiece. Break here early on for the Raiders. There's a shot that goes wide. Brown stuck the glove up on the play. Another shot in on net. That's swept away. Break now for Breck. Draws back into the zone, trying to feed the slot. Just a bit behind. Kavanaugh breaking in on the play. Puck carried into the back behind the Mustang net. Out in front, swept away there by Matt Draws once again. Puck still does not cross the blue line. Finally fired into the zone. Played now for the Raiders. St. Martin up ahead. Larrabee into the zone. He's knocked off the puck. And it's knocked down ice, up and off the wall. Well, we got a break here. We'll give you the scoring summary for period number 1. Kevin Stepka with the goal, 5:05. Then Sweeney at 6:14. That made it 2-0 for the Raiders. And Kavanaugh came back, assist going to Peterson and Draws at 13:04. And that gave us the score after 1 period of play of 2-1 in favor of Cretin. Shots on goal again, even at 7-7. And for the fans out there wondering, we had time between periods to slow down the replay angle we have. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to show it to you, but after looking at what we saw from the angle we had, and then also a couple of our spotters on the ice, it indeed appeared as though this game right now should be 2-2, and indeed a goal was taken away from the Mustangs. A very unfortunate thing. Breck then fell behind. At that time, it would have been the opening goal of the game. But after that goal was taken away, the Raiders went on to score a couple of quick goals. But the Mustangs came back very nicely there, put a lot of pressure on, and that resulted in a goal. Make the deficit just at 1 goal for Breck. Held in the zone at the point by Gola. Back in behind the goal. Back in wing now at the point. Sweeney brings it in. A lot of traffic out front. And here's a chance now for Breck. They come in 2-on-2. Speltz goes after it along with Yelm. Picked up by Cretin Derham Hall. Held into the zone. Out in the slot. Backhand in on net. Sadik there for the save. And the puck crosses the blue line in the stoppage of play. Clock continues to roll, however, at 12:25. And finally stopped now.
I called that no shot. It looked to me like it's going wide.
Clock stops at 12:24. Draw 1 by the Raiders. Played back into the zone. Whelan will pick it up. Whelan has to cross ice now. Chris LeClaire. And up ahead into the Mustang zone. All in front. Dangerous play there. Sabo couldn't catch up to it, and Hockman had a nice scoring opportunity for the Raiders. Up along the near boards. Draws with it. Gets knocked off the puck. Still held in there at the point by LeClaire. Sabo trying to play it along the boards. Finally picked up. Here come the Mustangs. Played back into Mustang zone. That'll be offside. Stepka was in deep as Hockman comes in, follows up the play. And the stoppage of play at 11:25 left to go in the second period. Score remains 2-1 in favor of Cretin Derham Hall. Cretin Derham Hall, coached by Jim O'Neill in his 8th season. Last year, Cretin Derham Hall finishing 2nd in the St. Paul City Conference behind the Governors of St. Paul Johnson. Raiders were 8-2 in the conference and 14-8 overall. Tied up along the far boards, finally brought in by Breck. Sweeney with it, tied up far behind by Bildson. He's knocked off the puck, held in the zone very nicely. Finally picked up. Here's a break now for Schwab. Schwab down after it. Knocks the goaltender down. No call made on that play. Schwab takes Brown out on the play. Long shot taken there, just inside the blue line by Norris. That's kicked aside, held in the zone. Sweeney feeds it up now. Still held into the zone, now back to the point. And dropped into the zone to Doloff. Doloff after it. Gets away to Sweeney, who swings it back behind the goal. Picked up now by McDonald, who's knocked off on the puck. Unable to hold it in there at the point. It's Albert, and back out to center ice. Big heavy hit there. No call made on the play. We'll have an icing call here as the hitting is definitely picked up. And that is to the advantage of Cretin Derham Hall. The Raiders come in. As you see, a pretty much packed house here tonight at the Breck Ice Center. But Coach O'Neill wouldn't necessarily describe his team as physical, but they do have a lot of size and some pretty good depth. One of the problems is we have a penalty being called late. Looks like we'll have some coincidental minors coming up. We'll wait for the official announcement. We're still waiting for the call. Here it comes.
Penalties for unsportsmanlike conduct. To Breck, number 28, Chad Albert. And to Cretin Derham Hall, number 23, Tom Larrabee. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct.
So there you hear the call. Larrabee and Albert going off for unsportsmanlike conduct. Some action after the play. Time of the penalties are 4:21. So both teams now going 4-on-4 for the next minute and a half. Here's a break for the Raiders. Carried into the zone there. Walther unable to pick it up. Brought up along boards by Bilson. Up ahead now. And that is played up and off the far wall here at the Ice Center, and we'll have another stoppage of play. 9:55 left to go in the second period, and 1:16 left to go on the coincidental minors to Albers and Larrabee for unsportsmanlike conduct. Take a look there at Mustang bench. And there you see Jim O'Neill, the head coach in his 8th year for the Raiders of Cretin Derham Hall. Raiders getting off to a bit of a slow start on the season. We said starting out with a record of 1-2. Biggest reason Coach O'Neill feels is just because of the fact that the Raiders in the football season, we're going to have another penalty here on a hold, I believe. We'll wait for the call on this one. It looks like this will go against the Raiders. And there you see Jim Whelan. I'm in the box. He'll go off 2 minutes here for the hold.
A minor penalty to Cretin Derham Hall, number 2, Jim Whelan.
Time of the goal will be 5:18 for the holding call, Whelan. So this will put Mustangs on the power play. First time of the night, Cretin Derham Hall has enjoyed one power play, and they failed to score on that. But as I was talking about, Raiders getting off to a bit of a slow start this year just because the football team had so much success. They were in the state playoffs this year, I believe getting knocked off in a quarterfinal match at the Metrodome, but because of that, the hockey players who participate in football got a bit of a slow start and were unable to get their hockey legs under them. Knocked out. Here goes Sweeney after it. Unable to catch up to it, and he gives up the chase. Get back into position to kill off the penalty. Breck in the zone. Cavanaugh with it, carries it into the slot. That shot hits traffic taken there by Zavitz. Another penalty coming up. This one will go against Sadek, I believe, for some type of slash as the Mustangs, one of the players went across the slot. I believe draws. We have a discussion here. You can see Sweeney disputing the call.
Purple, a minor for slash.
No, you punch it in. He'll be number 3, and it'll come on
when one of theirs expires.
What number?
He'd be number 3. He's on number 1.
We'll see a look. I guess we don't have a look of the play. We'll pick up the official call.
2 minutes slashing. Time of the penalty, 5:55 of the second period. Cretin Derham Hall number 1, 2 minutes slashing.
So Sadek, the goaltender, picks up the penalty, 2 minutes for the slash. We'll try to pick up who indeed will be serving the penalty for the Raiders. Still 26 seconds left to go in the coincidental minors. And the Raiders already right now shorthanded. Jim Whelan off for the hold.
Player number 3, number 1.
And it looks like stepping into the box to serve it will be number 9, Kevin Toner will serve the penalty. So after these coincidental minors are over, Mustangs will have a 2-man power play for about a minute. Shot taken, that gets through traffic and kicked out by Sadek. Big hit along the boards. And the puck sent into the zone. Billson now gives away. Bronstrom on it, holds it in at the line. Trying to get around one of the players. He's tied up. Billson carries it into the zone. Branson plays it man out in front. Oh, shot taken there by Draws. And the puck sent up along the boards. And in, I believe, to the scoring table. So we'll have a stoppage play. The coincidental minors to Albert and Larrabee are over. I'll give you a look at that last penalty across the front if we have it. Right there you can see the slash. That's a pretty generous call if you're a Breck fan right there. I've seen much worse plays not get called, but the home team benefits here. So after the coincidental minors are over, which has happened a few seconds ago, the Mustangs now go on a 2-man power play for the next 54 seconds. And then after the next 54 seconds here, if Breck does not score, they'll have a man power play advantage for the next minute and 2 seconds. So golden opportunity for Breck here to at least get 1 goal, a tying goal, tie this up at 2. Break now, however, for the Raiders. But Billson comes back and holds on to the puck, waits for some defensemen to come back, or else that would have been a 2-on-1 break for Cretin Derham Hall. Billson over the center line into the zone. Tries to bring it into the corner, out in front, no one there. Played back to the top of the slot. Draws with it out in front. Kavanaugh with it, lines one up. Puck still now into the corner. Draws back into the corner. Out in front, that hits the side of the net. Ball draws after it. Bronstrom now with it, plays it back to the slot. Oh, Billson all the way out in front. Here's a chance now for Bronstrom. Tries a centering pass. One of the penalties has expired for the Raiders, and now 53 seconds remain in the penalty against Sadek. And the 1-man power play advantage for Breck. All call made on the play there as the puck dropped up and over. Here's a break now. Fisher in on net, looking for the wrapper on, unable to get there as he's cut off on the play very nicely defensively there as Paul Draws. Billson with it. Pass up ahead. Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh into the zone. And fired right back out. Billson back after it. Just 13 seconds left to go in the power play. So the Raiders doing a good job here defensively. Here's a chance now. Sweeney gets her on 1 man, brings it in out for a shot. That's stopped there by Brown. And the penalty against Sadek, served there by Toner, has expired. We're back at even strength. Big shot there. That hits the glove and goes up over the top of the glass. Another penalty coming up.
16 purple and minor for roughing.
Roughing call there going against the Raiders, so they take their 3rd consecutive penalty.
Ball number 16, Dave Fisher, 2 minutes roughing. Time of the penalty, 8:29 of the second period. Cretin Derham Hall, number 16, 2 minutes, roughing.
8:29, the time of that penalty against Fisher for roughing. So once again, Mustangs go back on the power play. They have to start convert to the net and start converting some of these plays. Out in front, first save made there by Sadek, and the goal comes off its moorings. So the net gets placed back on the magnets, and we'll have a face-off. There you see the scoring opportunity for the Mustangs. Out in front, it was Doloff. No one had tied him up from behind. And he got a shot off. Tried to one-time it past Sadek, but Sadek there for the save. 1:51 remaining in the Breck power play. Face-off one by the Raiders, carried into the zone. Doloff in there after it. In there along with Peterson. Played back out in front. No one picking up control. Finally, the Mustangs do. Here's just missing wide was Peterson. He went for the far post. And swept all the way down ice on net. Will Brown is there to make the save. 1:20 left to go in the man advantage. Pass up ahead. Peterson into the zone with it. Peterson over to Bronstrom. Now across ice it comes. Bjorkstrom with it. Kavanaugh gets it back once again after trying to feed the slot. Finally swept down and away by Gola. Going out to play it, and he shoots it over to the far side. Bronstrom there with it. That's knocked away, however, by Hockman. Finally knocked into the zone by the Mustangs. Held in by Speltz. Speltz has the puck knocked away from him by Berthume. Chance now one-on-one. A nice job there, Bilson defensively. Bilson, although he's a great scorer, he's a very nice defensive player also for the Mustangs. Knocked into the zone. Picked up by Leclerc. Leclerc tied up along with Kavanaugh. There's 5 seconds left to go in the power play. And it's knocked back out to center ice where Bilson will play it. So another power play advantage goes an eye for Breck, trying to feed Zavitz. There it was Kavanaugh. That pass just failed to connect. Brandstrom out in front. Takes a shot. That's blocked up. Rebound, score! I believe Paul Dross, number 8, will get credit for it here on the rebound. You'll see the first opportunity missed by Brandstrom. Dross converting, and that's his first goal of the season to go along with 9 assists. There you see it once again. Dross left all alone on the weak side, covers up on the rebound.
8:40-27. 8:40 and 27.
So there you heard it. It will be Dross, Paul Dross scoring an assist from Fabian Brandstrom and also Rob Zavitz.
Fabian Brandstrom and number 27, Rob Zavitz. Time of the goal, 10:43 of the second period. Breck goal by number 8.
So that is a big goal there for the Mustangs. After some missed opportunities on the power play, they tie things up. Got 2 apiece, and after falling behind early 2-0, they've come back very nicely. And right now, this is indeed anybody's hockey game. Once again, the goal read Paul draws his first of the year. An assist from Fabian Brandstrom and Rob Zavitz. Time of the goal is 10:43. And Wally Chapman looking on. I've seen this team come back very nicely here. A bit of a gut check for the Mustangs at home. After having the goal taken away and seeing the Raiders jump out to a 2-0 lead. Breck able to come back and tie things up. 3:50 left to go here in the second period.
Are they going to be home?
Okay. All right. If not, we have hard to
Puck in the Mustang zone. Picked up now by McDonald. He fires it into the zone for Cretin. McDonald, after all that mess, picks up the puck once again, held in the zone. Here's a chance for Kavanaugh, but the pass a bit behind him. Sweeney comes in, gets around all the defenders, and a stoppage of play called. And I believe a stoppage of play here for an offside call. The puck got in there just behind. Player coming across, Tom Larrabee for the Raiders. Stoppage of play here with 3:16 left to go in the second period.
No, he is.
Jim O'Neill can bet not liking that call. He saw Sweeney breaking in all alone after getting past the defender.
Of course, you don't know how they may be covering it too.
Actually, we shouldn't be too surprised that in fact Breck is 0 of 3 on the power play, because Jim O'Neill felt that his penalty killing was indeed one of the better aspects of the game right now that the Raiders were playing. Wilson back after this. Picks it up through a lot of traffic. There goes the stick into the stands. Actually went into the scoring table. Wilson picks up another stick off the bench. Play continues. Wheelan now with it into the zone. Past one defender. He's knocked off the Clayton Bronstrom now with it. And we'll have a time for a penalty back behind the play. Not a good penalty at all, way behind the play. And I think Breck is going to be receiving, unfortunately, the end of this penalty, and indeed it is. I think Paul draws. We'll pick it up here.
Number 8, Paul draws. 2 minutes holding. Time of the penalty, 12:32 of the second period. Breck.
12:32, the time of the penalty. Draws will go off for holding. And this will be a test now for Breck. We'll have to try to kill this off to at least keep the game 2-2 going into the third. And of course, if you're a Raider fan, you'd like to see your team get back out to at least the 1-goal lead. Out in front, save goes right through the crease on the rebound off the stick of Sweeney and helped down the ice by the Mustangs. Sadek back to sweep it away. Up along the boards, Dolph there doing the forechecking in the zone from the Mustangs. Back out at center ice. Raiders waiting to get onside, which they do, brought into the zone by Walther. Back in behind the net. Finally picked up by Runyon. Runyon out on top. Head back into the corner now by LeClaire. Walther in there, along with Runyon, trying to get it away from Zavitz. Out in front, the shot. Ooh, the glove save by Brown. That puck got through a lot of traffic, and Brown with the glove makes the save and holds on for a stoppage of play. 55 seconds left to go in the power play, and 1:23 left to go in period number 2. We'll take a look at that action as the puck comes back out in the slot, and there you see Brown with the puck labeled for the upper corner. Brown there with the glove for the save, and the face-off in the circle to his left. John Berthume in there for the face-off. There's Kavanaugh. Crosses top of the slot. One-time shot was in the corner by St. Martin. Set up along the boards, held in. Once again by the Raiders. Sweeney now with it. He's unable to control it and knocked down the ice by Matt Draws.
There's 1 minute play in the second period.
30 seconds left to go in the power play. You just heard the indication of 1 minute remaining in the second period. Long shot is steered aside by Brown. Sweeney now in the corner. Out in front, that is blocked by Kavanaugh. Another opportunity is blocking Kavanaugh, just will knock it down the ice. This will knock off the remaining seconds of the power play for the Raiders. Sweeney comes back with 25 seconds left to go in the period. His progress is stopped by Kavanaugh. Knocked up ahead. Bronstrom with it into the zone. Loses the puck in some loose ice. Big hit there at the blue line. Sweeney into the zone. Knocked away from behind by Kavanaugh. Bronstrom back after it. Up along the boards, and the horn blows, bringing us to the end of the second period. Just one goal in the period. Paul draws on assist from Fabian Bronstrom and Rob Zavitz. Time of the goal, 10:43. And that leaves us with the score you see on the screen. We're tied up at 2 between Cretin and Breck. Stay with us, and after the break, we'll come back with the third period action.
Coming up on the next Northwest Cities, we'll get a first-hand look at some important new life-saving equipment now being used by the Robbinsdale Police Department. We'll also have an update on Plymouth's Dial-A-Ride program and some holiday crime prevention tips from Golden Valley's police officer Sheila Miller. So please tune in to Channel 35 at 30 minutes past the hour, 24 hours a day. Make us your source for news and information.
Don Westfall back here for the third period, tied up at 2 apiece between the Mustangs and the Raiders. Bronstrom now with it in his own zone. Of course, next goal, all important here. Even a 1-goal lead here as we begin the start of the third period. Wilson with it, just gets it over the blue line. And the Raiders have to come out. In fact, Cretin losing control of the puck. Picked up by Draws and sent into the zone. And the puck tied up, crawls up and over the boards for a stoppage of play. Scoring summary back there in the second period. Just 1 goal scored. That going to Paul Draws. His first goal of the season, assist to Bronstrom and Zavitz. Time of the goal is 10:43. Shots on goal. Cretin with 3 in the period for a 2-period total of 10. Breck with 7, doubling their first period output, and they then have 14 through 2 periods of play. Sent into the zone by Cretin. Knocked up along back behind the net. Picked up there by Peterson, and he clears the zone. Sweeney now with it. Takes it back into his zone. Picked up by Draws and sent into the zone. Now back behind Sadek in goal. Sweeney picks it up and feeds it up ahead for Berthume. Berthume over to the wing. Knocked away there by Zavitz. Zavitz, here comes Kavanaugh. 3-on-1 break for the Mustangs. Kavanaugh into the slot, tries the centering pass. That's broken up by the defense out in front. Sadek way out of the net to play that one. Clears it up along the boards. In fact, clears the zone for Cretin. Zavitz bumps off the puck. Leclerc with it. 3-on-3. The Raiders come in, gets around the defense out in front, unable to control it. Looks for the wraparound right through the slot. And no one there to knock it in for the Raiders. Kavanaugh, as we have a stoppage of play. It was stoppage of play for the net coming off its moorings. Stoppage of play with 13:09 left to go in the game. Borgstrom steps in along with Stepka for the face-off draw won by the Mustangs. Puck at center ice. Brought into the zone. Here's a chance now. Backhand save made there by Brown. Chance for Hockman. Breck comes back the other way. Attempted shot there by David Christofferson. It's knocked off on the play. Stepka takes care of that play. Here's a chance again for Breck. Sabo with it in the slot. He's tied up by a couple of Raiders. Back in behind the net. Hernandez goes after it, feeds a long pass up ahead. Icing was waved off on the play, and it's picked up by Doloff. Raiders off on the line change. Doloff over the red line and into the zone. He's knocked off the puck on the play. Claire with it, plays it up ahead now. Pass for McDonald into the zone, picked up by Auber, back in behind the net. End-to-end action here to start off the third period. Back and forth the teams go. Brunstrom in after it now. Billson out in front. Puck back, knocked back into the corner. Held in along the point. Out in front it comes. Backhand Billson just missed the short side of the net. Billson again with it. He's knocked off the puck, but it's picked up by Norris. And now the Raiders come back. Schwab with it. He carries it into the corner. Looks for someone in the slot. There's a shot, and Brown kicks it out. Elber along the board. Back to the point. Kicked out by Brown. Shot off the stick of St. Martin. In the corner, knocked up the slot. This should be an icing call, and it is, with exactly 11 minutes left to go in the game. And the face-off all the way back in the zone as Wally Chapman looks on. Tied up at 2 apiece between the Mustangs and the Raiders. Right back to the point. And back into the slot once again, shot right on. And play is called dead. As Brown looked like he had covered up on the play. The puck actually squirted free, but the whistle had already blown for the stoppage of play. Face-off won by the Mustangs. Up ahead for Kavanaugh. He sends it into the zone. So up back behind the boards. Chance now here for the Raiders. Knocked into the zone. Held in there at the point by LeClaire. Shot in on net. Rebound knocked into the corner. Runyon taken out on the play. Out in front. Score! Defensive lapse there for the Mustangs, and it costs them. Raiders pick up the go-ahead goal, and it looks like the puck should have been trapped along the net and stopped. See the puck carried into the corner. Puck will come free here out in front. Another look at it. 4:46 the time of the goal. Berthium scoring it. He's the team leader in goals now with 7. 1 assist going down the play to Ryan Walther. And that puts the Raiders ahead 3-2, and really an unfortunate goal against Breck, but for Cretin Derham Hall, I mean, you just continued on the play. Berthium very alertly goes right to the net on a shot. And the Mustangs fail to cover up on the rebound. That's as simple as it was. Puck trapped along the net, but Brown unable to cover up on the play, and Berthium right there to knock it in. Here's a break now for Breck. Heavy hit from behind, taking out Norris on the play. Doing the check-in was Moline. Puck's in the zone out front. Another shot. Sadek there for the first save. Able to cover up on the second one. I believe the goal off its mooring, or we're going to have a couple penalties here. Take a look at the chances out front. Penalty coming up here very quickly. We don't have it on the screen. We'll try to pick it up on the announcement from the official score.
Derham Hall, number 2, Jim Whelan, 2 minutes. Delay of game. Time of the penalty, 5:41 of the third period. Cretin, number 2, 2 minutes. Delay of game.
Whelan getting the call for delay of game at 5:41, and I think Whelan, the player who knocked the goal off its moorings, if you are caught by an official doing that or intentionally, you can be knocked off if it's accidental, but if you're intentional in doing so, that's the reason for the 2-minute delay of game penalty. So Breck, the golden opportunity here, their fourth power. Save made there by Brown off the backhand. Things in the other way. Played back out to center ice and back into the zone to Draws. Draws with 1 goal already on the evening. Back in behind the net. Played back to the point, Kavanaugh. Back to Draws the far side. Bilson with the shot up high. Rebound still there. No one covering up on the play. Goes into the corner. Nice check there. LeClaire taking Breck out of the play and back to center ice. The puck comes. Back in along the net. Nice job of holding it in by Draws, but it is played back off the center ice where Bilson is there to play it. There's a chance now for Breck. Shot taken. A nice job of checking from behind. And that time, Larrabee unable to get much on the puck. Bilson with the long pass, a bit too long for the intended Mustang, but it's carried in the zone nonetheless. Covering up on the play, Draws in the slot through traffic out in front. Finally swept away there by Sweeney. 12 seconds left to go in the power play, so that should just about do it for Breck as far as this advantage. And they will then go 0-4 on the power play. Bilson up ahead now. Doloff, he loses control of the puck, and indeed the Raiders have skated off the power play and are back to full strength. 7:11 left to go in the third period, in Breck down by a 3-2 margin here. Icing call will bring the face-off all the way back into the Mustang zone with now stoppage of the clock. 7:05 left to go in the game, and a face-off in the circle to the left. Colin Brown, there you see the Raider bench. Very happy right now. They got the go-ahead goal, the one they were looking for. And they're in the driver's seat right now. They also skated off a power play. Advantage for Breck, so indeed the defense doing the job for the Raiders. Heavy hit there along the bench taken by Christofferson for Breck. Raiders go back to work once again. Doloff takes the puck away temporarily. Puck brought into the zone, shot taken. And Brown there for the save. St. Martin in there looking for a rebound along with Stepka. See a replay of that action. St. Martin bringing the puck in. Shot taken by Hernandez. And you can see all kinds of Raiders there looking for the rebound, just like they're supposed to do. Draw one by the Raiders into the slot, shot taken off the goalpost, out in front. And the goal coming off its moorings. Well, that puck, it hit the ice and looked like it was headed for the goal line.
I don't know, but I've been talking all night. I don't really get
Good opportunity there for McDonald and the Raiders. Brown just got a bit of luck there to his benefit as the puck hits the crossbar and goes straight up in the air, and when it lands, Brown able to knock it aside. Swept along the boards by Bronstrom. Going back to play it now, Wheelan for the Raiders. Held in by Bronstrom. He works back to the top of the slot. Finally loses control of the puck and brings it back to center ice. Eludes a couple of would-be checkers for Cretin. Here's a break now coming in. Shot taken just wide, sent there by Larrabee. All the way back on the other end. Here's a chance now for Breck in, another shot. Big save there by Sadik. Norris just couldn't really get a good handle on the puck. Finally had to just take a shot as he was running out of room to work with. And Sadik coming out of the net, going down on the ice to make the save. Look in the Cretin zone with now under 6 minutes remaining in the game. That shot hit Sabo in the skate, cleared back behind the net. Kavanaugh with it, up ahead now. Matt draws with it in the zone, trying to get by the checker. Puck carries into the near corner. Cretin just plays it to an open spot on the ice. They go out for a change of the defenseman. Kavanaugh, he takes a heavy hit. Peterson in the zone. Shot, that hits one of the, I think the Cretin players out front. And we have a stoppage of play.
Hello.
Waiting to get the net back on the ice. And on its mooring. And as we do that, Lloyd Chapman looking on his team with 5 minutes, 5 seconds left to put something behind the net.
Yeah.
Face-off coming here in the circle to the left of Brown. Draw one by the Mustangs. They put a shot in on net. Shot taken there by Draws. Back in behind the net now. Ronstrom trying to dig it free. A couple of players are on top of it. Finally, it does break free. Ronstrom with it, trying to beat Bilson in the slot. Unable to do that. The pass knocked away by Cretin. And sent into the zone. Brown back out to play it. Held in the zone, however, there by Walther. Puck almost comes out in front. Bronstrom there, knocks it back in the slot to the backhand. Still no one with control. Finally, Walther will go back and pick it up. Check from behind, out in front. Runyon trying to get a stick on it, unable to do so. And here's a chance now, Bilson. He'll have to wait as the puck really didn't have much steam on it. Up into the rafters. And the puck comes down. Knocked in by Sweeney. Sweeney looking for someone to come up the slot. Now picked up by Draws. Draws up ahead. Peterson to the far side. Kavanaugh goes in after it. On the 3:45 remaining in the game. Picked up by Hernandez. Sent into the zone. Brown there to play it. Bringing off, changing their defenseman once again. Puck comes out in the slot, picked up, and that shot hit traffic. Comes all the way back out to center ice. Chris LeClaire with it, and he fires it into the zone. Chance now for the Mustangs.
This is where that disallowed goal would be a very big one.
Draws, and the puck going up over the ice. I believe we're going to have a penalty here, taken by Breck.
27 with a minor for roughing.
Roughing call coming way after the play. Jim O'Neill sure liking that call. With just 3:03 remaining, Breck takes a really unwise penalty, but not really much action going on. Kind of a tough penalty against Breck.
2 minutes roughing. Time of the penalty, 11:57 of the third period.
Rob Zavitz
27, 2 minutes.
takes the penalty for a rough. And the time of the penalty coming here with 3:03 remaining. So a timeout taken by Breck. They're going to have to kill off this penalty and go back to work.
Timeout, Breck.
So far on the power play on the evening, Cretin Derham Hall, this is their third opportunity. And they are 0 for 3. Time of this penalty coming at 11:57. And there you see the Raiders of Cretin Derham Hall. And they're receiving instruction how to kill this. Last 3:03 remaining on the clock and get out of here with a win tonight. Northwest Community Television has set up a viewer response line. Your comments are welcome at 533-1710. And if that number is busy, please try again. That's the Northwest Community Television viewer response line, 533-1710. And we ask you to please let us know what program you are watching. This is varsity hockey non-conference game between the Breck Mustangs and the Cretin Derham Hall Raiders. Wally Chapman talking to his Mustangs right now. They have a very tough task ahead of them, remaining here with just 3:03 left. They have to kill off a penalty, perhaps hopefully to obviously try to pick up a shorthanded goal, but then they are able to kill off the penalty without getting anything scored against them. They'll have 1 minute and 3 seconds left to tie this thing up, at least in regulation, and force an overtime. There's back on the ice once again Zavitz going off for the roughing call, 11:57. It really wasn't much of a penalty, to be honest. Something that came after the whistle, but Zavitz, as one of the tri-captains, just have to realize you don't even want to get in any kind of situation where you have to leave a call up to the judgment of an official. You just have to be wise enough not to even get in any kind of tussle. Raiders with control in the zone. Sent back to the point, high shot. Carries off into the corner, Schwab with it. Back for Larrabee. Schwab will go back and pick it up. Play in the corner, and really, Cretin Derham Hall has owned this all night. McDonald plays it back now. Ransom trying to clear the zone, unable to do so. Plays it over to the slot. Shot taken, Karam's up high over the glass for a stoppage of play. As I was saying, Cretin has really owned the play most of the night in the corners just because of the overall size advantage they have over Breck. To give you a good indication, Mike Sweeney, probably the biggest player on the ice for Cretin at 6'4", but there are a couple of other players out there, Kevin Stepka and Chris Schwab, who are not far behind as far as stature goes, and because of their size, they've been able to use that in the corners, digging out some pucks, and it's been to their benefit. 2:02 remaining in the power play, 2:04 left on the clock. Excuse me, that was 1:02 left to go on the power play advantage. Pass across the slot, fails to connect. Puck carries in the zone, Runyon after it. Runyon comes out of that mess with the puck, being watched there by Kavanaugh. Runyon back to the Claire, shot taken there. Another shot, score! That was just a beautiful goal that time by Cretin. They held the puck in the zone for the entire power play, worked it around for their advantage, and then on the weak side, John Berthium with his second goal of the game, second consecutive. You'll see it right here.
18-3-8.
Berthium right there
3-8.
with the goal, just tipping it in off the pass. Assist going to Runyon. And also Chris LeClaire.
Assist number 3, Matt Runyon, and number 8, Chris LeClaire. Time of the power play goal, 13:22 of the third period.
13:22 time of the goal. Once again, Runyon and LeClaire picking up assists on the play.
Runyon
that makes the score 4-2 with just 1:33 remaining on the clock here. So that power play goal looks like Cretin will leave the Breck Ice Arena tonight with a hard-fought non-conference victory. We'll keep an eye on Colin Brown in the net for Breck to see indeed Wally Chapman decides to pull him for the extra attacker here. Sweeney with it in the zone. Out front, score! I was just writing down the scoring summary on the last play, and all of a sudden,
11 and 40.
see it out in front. Sadek had it, tied up from behind. Bilson out in front, and just knocked back in by Norris. Here's the scoring. Bronstrom and Bilson assisting on the goal to Norris. Down to 1:20 left to go. Time of that goal, 13:38, so now a 4-3 game. Breck right back in it, still looking for that goal. Bronstrom in the zone. Finally knocked back out. Here's a break now for Larravies. He gets back in the zone to pick it up. 1 minute left to play in the period. Pass fed up ahead. Draws into the zone with it, looking for someone to center to. Plays it back for Bronstrom. Shot taken just wide. Brown is out of the net for the extra attacker. This will be an icing against Cretin, and will put the face-off all the way back in the Cretin zone with 44 seconds left to go on the clock. And to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be surprised at all here if Cretin would take a timeout. See how they would wish to play these last 44 seconds of the contest. Face-off coming in the circle to the left of Josh Sadek. Raiders on top here, 4-3. Raiders will not take a timeout. Looks like Bronstrom will step in to take the face-off here. Draw one by Breck. Played back out in front. Bronstrom there for the tip. Carries back in behind the net. Bronstrom again with it. Played into the corner. Picked up by Run-In. He's trying to clear the zone. Still in the corner. Down to 30 seconds now. And the zone is cleared. The puck will carry wide of the open net. And this will be another icing call with 27 seconds now remaining in the contest. So we'll go back and into the same face-off spot to the left of Sadek. Bronstrom, I believe, will step in there again for the face-off. And then along with John Berthume for the Raiders. Draw one this time by the Raiders. They played back in zone. Out in front. Oh, Bilson unable to get a stick on a bouncing puck with a wide open net. Out in front once again. Played back now. Kavanaugh with it out in front again. No one able to get a stick on it. Knocked down. This will carry just wide of the net, and another icing call with now 8 seconds left to go. That was the chance Breck was looking for, as Bilson tied up from behind but able to get a stick free, just unable to knock past the goal line. The bouncing puck as Sadek had went down to play the initial shot. Lundstrom once again in for the draw, and a timeout here taken by Berthume and the Raiders of Cretin Derham Hall. Coming up for Breck on the season as we're back into play here as we hit the year 1992. After this game tonight, St. Louis Park is the next foe on the Breck schedule. That's the game this Saturday. Then Tuesday is St. Paul Tartan. Next Thursday, a home game with the Texters of St. Cloud Tech. And then the key Tri-Metro Gold matchup as the Blake Bears take on Breck for the first of 2 games this season. Next Tuesday's game is an away game. Actually, that's in a week and a half on the 14th, and then the final game of the regular season for Breck. They take on the Blake Bears here, hosting them at the Ice Center on the 22nd of February, and that indeed could go all the way down to the wire as far as who's going to take the Tri-Metro Gold Championship this year. You just saw our viewer response number on the screen. We invite you to call that with any comments you have concerning our programming. Once again, the number is 533-1710. Lloyd Chapman has talked to his team. Jim O'Neill has talked to the Raiders, and we're going to go back onto the ice for the final 8 seconds. See if the Raiders of Cretin Derham Hall can prevail here. They're on top by a goal. Brandstrom in there for the draw with Berthiaume. Draw won by Cretin, played back to the point. Draws with a shot that hits traffic out in front, swept away, down to 2 seconds. Knocked in by Draws, and the buzzer blows. Some action after the play. As Draws went in very tough from the corner, was knocked down. The horn sounds, and that brings us to the end of the contest. 3 goals there in the third period. John Berthiaume with a couple of goals. He came in on the season, leading Cretin Derham Hall in goals scored with 6. Added a couple more in the third period. First goal assisted by Walther, second goal by Runyon and Leclerc. Times of the goal 4:46 and 3:22 respectively. That made it 4-2 in favor of the Raiders. Final goal there by Berthiaume, the power play goal. Breck came back, however, just 16 seconds after the second Berthiaume goal on a goal by John Norris. Assist going to Bilson and Fabian Brandstrom. The time of that goal, 13:38, but that was as close as the Mustangs would get tonight. As a final score, Cretin leads tonight in a non-conference matchup, but an entertaining game. They take the victory tonight over the Breck Mustangs by a score of 4-3. This is Don Westwall. Thank you for watching. This has been a sports production of Northwest Community Television.